You've had a wound your entire life, and you never paid it any attention. Every time you answered those who didn't deserve an answer, you gave away a piece of yourself. Every time you explained yourself to people who didn't include you in their plans, you gave them control over your emotions. Weak men will never learn this truth. Strong men, however, never forget. Attention is not free. It is your most valuable asset. And you are wasting it on people who ignore and judge you. Machiavelli understood this 500 years ago. The prince who runs is the prince who falls. Tonight, you will learn how those who do not run win. The art of ignoring people and establishing dominance through silence. Machiavelli sat in the shadows of Florence and watched empires rise and fall. Princes, priests, generals, he analyzed them all like a surgeon. And in all his observations, one truth stood above all others: those who run lose, those who retreat win. Machiavelli believed in results, not justice. And the results always showed this: those who withdrew their presence attracted others like a magnet. Those who let go, however, shrank after a while. A prince who responded to every public insult appeared weak. A prince who responded to every critic appeared cowardly. But the prince who sat silently was the prince to be feared. Because silence is not emptiness. Silence is a statement of decision. You are not worth my response. Machiavelli's advice to leaders was this: be like a fox and a lion. The fox is smart enough to know which traps to avoid. The lion is strong enough to know which battles it does not need to fight. Most men are neither one nor the other. They behave like dogs that run after every passing car and bark at every stranger. They tire themselves out for nothing. When someone ignores you, the brain activates the same areas as physical pain. Neuroscience calls this social rejection. You feel it in your chest, in your stomach, and you can't escape it. The person you ignore replays every interaction in their mind. They wake up at night, searching for what went wrong. They write messages they will never send. They play out conversations in their head that will never happen. You have become a ghost that has taken up residence in their thoughts. The human brain cannot tolerate rejection. We are programmed for connection, for approval, for response. When you deny someone this basic need, you create obsession. They work harder to reach you. They change their behavior to get a reaction. They question their own worth. And while all this is happening, you do nothing. You are completely unaware. This isn't cruelty. It's understanding the mechanics of human psychology and using them strategically. Weak people beg for attention. Strong people use absence as a weapon. When you ignore someone, you don't give them closure. Closure is a gift they don't deserve. You leave them in psychological limbo. If there is a greatest punishment, it is not revenge, it is ignoring. There is a difference between absence and strategic withdrawal. Absence is weakness. Withdrawal is strength. The master of this art may be physically present in the room, but emotionally inaccessible. They look at you but don't see you. This is not a performance, it is a stance. Strategic withdrawal means choosing where your presence will go, not dispersing yourself in every conversation, every argument, every minor drama. Preserving yourself like a weapon that is only drawn when victory is certain. Most men destroy themselves. They answer every phone call, respond to every message, engage with every provocation. And that's why they become ordinary. Ordinary is the enemy of power. If you're always available, you're always obtainable. After all, you're always there, waiting. If you're selectively unavailable, you become rare. And what is rare is always in demand. Don't answer their calls. Don't look at their messages. Let people wonder where you are. The mystery you create is much more powerful than any words you could say. Disrespect stings every cell in you. Respond, defend, prove you're right. At this point, weak men know the strategy but can't control their feelings and lose the game. You must train yourself to feel nothing. This isn't about suppressing those feelings, it's about rising above them. The Stoics called this apatheia, a state where external events cannot shake your inner fortress. Machiavelli called it virtue. Start with small provocations. When someone disrespects you, stop, breathe, get angry, then let it pass. Don't let your face change. Repeat this every day until indifference becomes your default setting. Those who cannot control themselves are like targets. Anyone can manipulate them. But the man who has mastered indifference is untouchable. If you criticize him, he looks at you as if you were speaking a foreign language. If you betray him, he removes you from his life without drama. He is someone who doesn't need to prove anything because he doesn't seek approval outside himself. True power comes from within. This discipline is not natural. It is achieved through repetition, failure, and consistently correcting yourself. Your focus may slip sometimes. Sometimes your emotions may win. But if you can regain control each time, that is when you grow stronger. Each time you choose silence over a response, you add another layer to your armor. Philosophy, psychology, discipline, strategy, they all converge at a single point. You become untouchable. This is not arrogance. You are building a version of yourself that cannot be harmed, cannot be broken, cannot be controlled. The untouchable man walks differently. He speaks differently. He has a quiet authority. People sense things before he even speaks. There is something in his eyes that has shattered an illusion that has lasted for centuries, one that even he himself was unaware of. He does not compete for approval because he knows that approval comes from within. He does not argue with fools because he knows that silence is the ultimate weapon. He does not waste his time and energy on this. The untouchable man is not cold. He is selective. He saves his warmth for those who deserve it. You've sat in the shadows long enough. You gave energy to those who consumed you and received nothing in return. You explained yourself to those who misunderstood you. You sought approval from those who couldn't even validate themselves. Let that version die tonight. From this moment on, the man who has watched this video up to this point is different. You've learned that attention is currency, and this time you won't spend it needlessly or cheaply. You've learned that silence isn't weakness, but the ultimate display of power. You've understood that ignoring people isn't about hatred, but about self-respect and freedom. From this moment on, you'll talk less and observe more. You're only free when you serve your own purpose. Leave the noise of the world in the background. Focus on yourself. They will provoke you. They will test you. They will try everything to draw you back into their games. But you will do nothing. You will give them nothing. They will become ghosts. Ghosts trying to haunt someone who no longer believes they exist. This is silent power. This is true sovereignty.